Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Derpy Playground, and this is a junior high student behind this channel, and they bring us a few different things, including some specific interests. If we read their About page, they've changed this up a couple of times, but they say that their channel includes gaming, which they've been doing quite a bit of lately, simulations, building and sinking cardboard ships like the Titanic, and other related stuff. They've also done quite a few channel shout-outs. You notice these duck race kind of games that we see on many different channels for shout-outs. So it's great to see a young creator like this. Hopefully everybody will encourage them, and it's great to see them promoting others already. They're doing really well. They're already over 3,000 subscribers, which is great. Their videos come out frequently, so at least once a week on average. Like I said, they've been doing some gameplay more than anything else lately. If we dig through their older videos, we're going to find a little bit more of those ships like the Titanic, talk of those, as well as the building and sinking of the cardboard ships that they mentioned. When we get into shorts, they've done really well here at 8,000, 19,000, one at 44,000, which is great to see. And then live streams are something they've experimented with. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue those. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. Oh, Disgusting Master Rank, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Fire and Air is a longtime friend. They've actually been with Tuber Chat from the beginning and even before, as a matter of fact. They might have been the very first creator to come in on episode number 1, unless I'm mistaken. Globy's Travels is here. It's good to see you in the house. I've got the prizes from our 700 giveaway ready to go. I hope to have those out. I've started packaging. You can see an eBay package over there. Pardon me. I'm expecting to have those out tomorrow, hopefully, if not Sunday the latest. And anybody can go back and have a look at our episode 700. We always do something special during our 700th episodes. This time, we played some unreleased footage of a podcast series that's coming to this channel, featuring interviews from creators who have passed their 10,000 subscribers. We played a couple of clips during the 700 episode and did a giveaway as well. And thank you everybody for coming in, and forgive the delay. I just wanted to roll over the music channel if anybody hasn't already seen that. All the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel over there where we will have a virtual 24-hour live stream running, as well as a video game in the chat. Lots of interaction and people come in and out of there all the time. Major Little Ears, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know we got a few channels that are brand new today. And Big Dude is with us. Good to see you. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. Muskin Village Vlog, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Our dear friend Commander Vlogs is back. He's renamed a channel here, Social Media Grow Show, and it's very similar to what we do here in Tuber Chat, but he's been a long time friend. When you see his screen, you'll see where I've taken inspiration from. But we have collaborated a couple of times, and I've been over there a million times. So, Scratch and PPA, of course, is in the pole position on the Wheel of Doom. He is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, and one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 6.5 years, now 7 years on YouTube. Our 4-year anniversary for Tuber Chat is coming up in another 2 weeks or less. And Rushing When Mounted, I've got you on the wheel. Just Jason, Keto, and More, of course, was early in the door. I'm going to meet him for the second time in person tomorrow with a handful of other creators in Toronto. We're going to get together with Brampton Gardner, Rambling with the Brooms, and possibly Kristen Welton. M&T Living and Cooking and Home Bartending with John are in the house. Alaska My Heart, which is Monica Lynn, along with Ace Flaw 1, a friend of 4 years, is also in the house. Globy's Travels, Jennifer Ocean, Homestead, Sweet Melissa, who was incredibly active in the chat during our last live stream when I copied out the statistics. She was right up there with Scratch and PPA. So I've got you on the wheel. Chris's Creation Fun, let me get you on there. I know you were early. And Chris's wife, Tiffany, from Canadian Family Life. They're both obviously in New Brunswick. Creative Beauty Butterfly, good to see you in the house. Huga Homestead is a long time friend. Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, is in the house. Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, your prize is right beside me. We actually had a creator, and let me just grab the name of the channel again because they're fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. Mary Catherine Love Cats actually forwarded their prize over to Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, so that'll be a nice surprise. Not a surprise for her, she knew already, but nice surprise to see. And then Scratch and PPA as well has passed his along, and a couple of creators will be benefiting from that. Nerdscapes, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I know we've got quite a few new channels today. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. I'll do some more introductions while we get Globy's Travels up on the screen. They took one of the prizes from our giveaway the other day. Bella's Whisper Farmstead was early in the day, early in the stream. And Nerdscapes, yes, brand new. Thank you for coming in. Our instructions for all the new channels, like it just said, is in the video description. I've got a couple of pre-recorded clips, if you notice that glitch there. But that's just so that we can get through some of the things I say over and over and over again easily. Life as Jaleesa is here. And I don't mean to miss anybody. Creative Beauty Butterfly, of course, they're here with us just about every day. Big Dude, I think I said hello to. And hopefully we're not missing anybody in the chat. Rushing Wind Mountain, I got you on the wheel. So, Globy's Travels is up right now. And this is a channel that, let me read from the About page again. I made a huge mistake when I was talking about this channel there. Showing us Memphis, Tennessee. Am I right? Let me dig through there. Oh, they've actually got something here from Missouri. What they tell us on their channel, actually, yes, here we go. Memphis, Tennessee is where they're from. What they tell us on their channel in their About section is that they're going to take us to touristy type travel-ish destinations, whether they're close to home or whether they're hundreds or thousands of miles away. So there's a bit of diverse content here, but you get an idea of that when you start going through the thumbnails. This is a creator who's only been with us for a few months now, but already incredibly supportive, always engaging in the chat. Globy's Travels as well is working on 300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer to that milestone today. They've got a few shorts here that have done well also. 2,700, 3,700, and one at 69. 900, that'll have 7,000 in no time. And then Colleen C to Serendipity, good to see you in the house. I actually caught them for at least one live stream, I think it was lately. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, if it was a premiere. But I think so. There's Brampton Gardner right there. Good to see you in the house. I'm excited because I was just saying we're going to meet up tomorrow. It's going to be exciting. Rambling with the Brooms, Brampton Gardner, Just Jason Keto and more. Hopefully Kristen Welton. She's in Niagara right now. I'm actually in Toronto. But we're hoping that she's going to make it up here as well to join us. And there'll be at least 5 of us together unless we have another surprise. Phase Yoda King, Naruto Luffy Goku. I'm going to get you onto the wheel right now, and it's time for us to spin. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So actually, Just Jason Keto and More, who I just mentioned, is up right now. Now, forgive me, Jason, I did not yet watch this replay. You'll see that the red line is not all the way through on the Let's Cook Live. He did one on Wednesday instead of Thursday. But this live stream I've still got in my catch-up list to run when I have a chance. I've just had a interesting couple of days. Everything's fine. I just fill my plate a little bit too much sometimes. Makeup Mom and Son is here. I hope you saw. I just about jumped out of my chair. She's a dear friend. I'm going to get her onto the wheel right now. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning. Makeup Mom and Son is struggling with computer issues right now. And then, I'm hoping, Brampton Gardner, I'm hoping she can make it. She's very open about the idea. She has MS. It can be limiting at times, but as long as she's feeling okay, she'll come to Toronto, and we'll have a chance to meet up. It'll be cool. Venom for Life has also been with us from the beginning. Henry Nelson is here. They are an incredibly supportive creator. Also, I'll get them on the wheel right now. William Birding the Tires has been here just about every day lately as well. Thanks for coming in. And we'll get to as many channels as we can within the next 2.5 hours or so. We're usually here for about 3 hours. We're usually here at least 3 times a week as well. We mix up the days and times. I'm always good. Thank you, William Birding the Tires. Always. And Just Jason Keto and More, an incredibly supportive creator, is up on the screen right now. And this is somebody who now has already passed. You'll notice this video that comes up as suggested for me, but that's actually a live stream they did recently where they celebrated 2,000 subscribers. They did a giveaway, but they already had, I think, 2,400 subscribers by the time they did that. So their channel is just growing like crazy. Now, Just Jason Keto and More is an incredibly supportive creator. I've had the pleasure of meeting him once a couple of months ago. We'll be together again tomorrow, which is cool. And this creator has a lot of recipes on his channel. He wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, particularly when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. As well as a lot of recipes, he does a lot of product reviews and can help us make sense of a lot of the ingredients we're going to find on products that are marketed towards a keto-based diet or lifestyle. We all know that different things that we consume affect us in different ways, and Just Jason Keto and More and his community will help with that. Like I said, tons of recipes on the channel, product reviews as well. Once in a while, he'll do something a little bit different, like that GoPro review. He's got lots of guests that come onto the channel. You see these sprinkled through the videos and often in live streams where they share their life experiences, their tips, their tricks, their trials, their tribulations to help us with further healthy eating and healthy living. He'll also head out hundreds of miles away to bring us informative content from places like Ketopalooza. He's already scheduled to be back there again this year. Shorts on this channel are really interesting because we see that healthy looking grilling shorts have done really well for him at 5,000, 6,000, and on the way towards 7,000 views. One which I've seen over 22,000, and I promise you that one's entertaining, so I love it for anybody to watch. He's monetized, like we said, because he did that celebration, but he's got super chats and memberships to support him with when we get there. He collaborates with other creators as well. He freshens up his channel with the avatar and banner frequently, and then as well live streams are right on schedule, usually every week at 7:30 Eastern, and he will often be letting us have a chance to get to know him and ask questions that he answers along with the community in his chat. But he also has a lot of guests, like I was saying, in these live streams, and this is where they share their life experience as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. He's an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everyone. And I prematurely ran the wheel, or spun the wheel here. So we're going to look at Jennifer Ocean Homestead in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've just been with us a couple of months too. Pardon me for one more second and we'll talk about their channel. When we look at Jennifer Ocean Homestead, we see first time. Pardon me, when we look at Jennifer Ocean Homestead, we see that this creator's posting frequently, and I'm already behind. So I'm going to grab your second latest video. This is a really long one. They put this up yesterday, and this will give me an opportunity to get you some watch minutes there, right? Every minute matters. They're also in New Brunswick, as a matter of fact. And we get a story behind the channel and what they're doing on their About section here. Mostly outdoor content for Jennifer Ocean Homestead. And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 6,500 and 5,300. Whenever you look at the shorts page on a channel, if we want to call it that, or the shorts tab, and you see videos after you click on the popular tab and the numbers are out of order, it means that likely this price of chicken in Canada video is probably newer than the most popular one at 5,300 views, but at 6,500 it's still climbing. So by the time that settles, it'll take the #1 spot, and we'll probably see more views than that by the time we see this channel again, probably on Sunday. I'm expecting to stream on Sunday. I haven't set it up yet because I can't be sure of the time. So it could be any time on Sunday from, let's say, mid-afternoon to the evening. And then Scratching Wolf put a playlist together for watch hours, which is great to see. They'll be willing to swap. Just Jason Keto is always willing to do that. All our moderators will be willing as well. And then, yeah, Makeup Mom and Son. We're going to have to see what we can do about helping you out with that computer situation. Their computer went kaputs on them. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Alex Tellisford, good to see you in the house. And growing fast may not happen here. You can grow strong and solid. Fast is not quite the thing. Although you can meet up to about 8 or 10 supporters per hour for the time that you spend here at the most. Any faster than that is too fast. YouTube will just take the subscribers away. But if you want to connect with people here, our instructions are always in our video description. It works best when you start a conversation with somebody, let them know you want to connect with them, and head to their channel, do all the things you wish they would do for you first, come back, let them know you've done that, they'll turn around, do the same thing for you afterward. Charlene Heel, my dear friend, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I think she has a membership with her other channel. Charlene Heel, I'm going to put you on the wheel. Right now, we're going to look at Rushing Wind Mountain. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Rushing Wind Mountain is Ruby. Often in the chat here, you'll hear people referring to Ruby. This is who they're talking about. This is a channel that comes to us from the Pacific Northwest, brings us wildlife and nature videos, and what they've got on their channel lately most often are pleasing, almost like, so it's pleasing audio and visuals mixed together, but they mix those up. So almost like an ASMR type of video, but they really mix up the content. You see a couple of these even fireplace videos that'll probably get used very much in the Christmas season also. But they really mix things up. They've got some wildlife there. When you dig through the shorts, you'll find some humorous moments as well. But some of these have done really well at 6,000, 9,000, 15,000. Which is great to see. And then live streams are something they've been experimenting with as well. So we'll see if they're going to keep those up. I'll make a side note for everybody as well. A few people have been talking about the vertical live updates from YouTube and the idea that for a while now, it's been almost a couple of months, but YouTube's been pushing vertical live streams a little bit more. So I've experimented with this myself as well. What I can tell everyone about the vertical lives is the last time I did one, or the last 2 times, I did in fact get a lot more views than I otherwise would have expected. But there is a detrimental idea. I always keep my chats on subscriber mode only. And I do that to keep it a little bit clean, because the trolliest of trolls will come in pretty quickly. They rapid fire with different accounts and everything, but they just won't, half the time bother if you've got subscribers only mode on, because they don't want to keep subscribed. They don't want to give you the subscription, let's just say. So I find that it helps here in Tuber Chat. We keep it really tight with a 20-minute time limit, but I do it on every channel all the time. The problem with that is, if somebody gets to your vertical live stream and you've got subscriber only mode on, they're not going to know to refresh the app or the page to come into the chat, even if they subscribe. So this is a bit of a detriment in my opinion. And again, not even saying I'm right, because YouTube is changing things all the time. But when I looked at my latest vertical live stream, like Rushing Wind Mountain's been doing a few of these as well, I saw that the analytics were way higher than they should have been for views. And what that tells me is people were watching that were finding it either through the shorts feed or the new vertical live feed, if we want to call it that, but we're not coming into the chat. We didn't see any new people. So that was interesting. But I thought I'd share that, and thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain, for your experiments here. We hope to see more. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Andale Homestead, good to have you in the house as well. She's growing rapidly also. And then Ron's Keto Cafe, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Usually we don't stream on Fridays. I keep a pretty full plate, and I'm not able to be on YouTube almost at all on Fridays. I can barely peek in. But I found an opportunity to stream late tonight, so we wanted to get one in, and then, like I said, we'll be back on, we'll expect to be back on Sunday. I'm trying to keep them going just about every other day, and only missing a day if we have to. But you can always look at the Tuber Chat front page to get an idea of when the next streams are going to be. I try not to move them after they're set. By the way, Crimson Skies, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we're going to come back and look at our next channel. And we'll see who that's going to be, but it looks like it's going to be Ron's Keto Cafe. So look at that luck. You just came in, I put you on the wheel, and right away you come up. It's always random. We never know how long it's going to take. Let's go, and we'll come right back. All right, so if you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream,
to look at
Ron's Keto
really
Cafe. You'll have to pardon me. Sometimes when I get up, I went to make
each other.
If you're on a phone, I know you have. Pardon me. We're back. We're going to look at Ron's Keto Cafe. When I walk away during these breaks, everything I need is 100 feet away. So I just went to make a drink, which is just a hot chocolate. I don't feel like coffee right now this late. I have decaffeinated coffee, but sometimes I use hot chocolate or green tea or something just to alternate to keep the voice going. Those of us who live stream often find ourselves yelling at our cameras, so we got to do something to try to help that. So pardon me for one more second here. And then we are about to talk about Ron's Keto Cafe. I also noticed that James Money 615 is in the house. Good to see you here. He's given a lot of help on our copyright-free music channel as well. Lori's Tech Time is a longtime dear friend who also happens to be a member. I've got them on the wheel. Cats for Nelson is also being added. And I added a couple of sections onto our wheel. I put a section called Add a Name, and what that means is that after that section comes up, which is random, I will put a name onto the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. I've got a robot in the background that is helping with that. And then I added another section called Clear the Wheel. Whenever that comes up, I'm going to wipe all the names off the wheel, reload with any members we haven't seen yet, and that helps us speed things up so that we can get to more channels from our chat list earlier than we otherwise would have. Mama 4 Boys, good to see you in the house. Tea Time Adventures, good to have you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. I'll give you one more note as well. Some of you were with us for our 700th episode the other day. And I know not everybody can be here every day, but I want to recommend everybody go back and watch at least a little bit of that. There's some unreleased footage from an interview series, but I recorded the third interview kind of yesterday on Wednesday, right after the stream, days after the stream. So we already have a third episode of that podcast series. I'm going to release those right after the 2-year anniversary, or I keep saying 2-year, it's 4-year anniversary of Superchat in 2 weeks from now. But I just want to make a note of that. So, Aceflaw 1 also has new content coming up. Ron's Keto Cafe is posting pretty much daily, as a matter of fact, on his channel. Another creator that's going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, a lot of recipes. And I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that, of course. Ron has a really interesting story, losing far more than 100 pounds on a keto-based diet, and he shares that with us as well as some updates all the time. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ron's Keto Cafe. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to that 1,400 subscribers. He's going to have it any day now. And he's got some shorts here that have done really well. Well over 500 views on a couple of these. And he wasn't posting a lot. Now he's posting many more shorts, which is great to see. Live streams on the channel have come out frequently, usually at least a couple times a week. I've been lucky enough to catch him several times. And hopefully I'll catch him again soon. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. Mama 4 Boys demonetized, saying you've reused content. So my guess when you say that is that it's reused content on your channel. Is it possible that you ran live streams or have used the same footage in some of your videos? So YouTube is not always 100% clear on every single thing that they tell us, but one of the things that they talk about is the idea that we can't even use our own footage more than once. You have to make a lot of change to that, otherwise you can run into that reused content situation. So that's just a guess. Jonathan Sturgill, good to see you in the house. I've got you on the wheel. Hope you caught the message that I sent, and then I'm keeping my eye out also for Ree's Blissful Connections. John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. He comes from the UK. He's been a long-time friend that's been with us just about from the beginning as well. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. We'll see who is coming up, and it looks like it's going to be Cats for Nelson. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. When we look for Cats for Nelson, you see that YouTube wanted to respell for me there. Sometimes that happens. You just want to make sure YouTube is looking for what you want it to be looking for. Scrow's Nest, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I wonder if, yeah, maybe, is that where did they happen to give you, pardon me, Mama Four Boys, did they happen to let you know that was what the problem was? Often YouTube will say, well, there's a problem on your channel, but they don't say where it is. So we have a hard time going through that. And Scrow's Nest got their 4,000 hours this week, so they're monetized. Excellent. Scrow's Nest is an incredibly supportive creator. You usually find them hanging out with the travel and cruising channels. Cali King 916, good to see you here. They are driving right now, I think. They're in Sacramento. Jevin Richardson's in the house. Product Scope is the second channel from Jonathan Sturgill, who was a giveaway winner the other day on our 700th episode as well. And I dropped you a message. Hopefully you catch that. Ron's Keto Cafe is willing to swap playlists, so if anybody wants to do that, go ahead. I'll drop another message about that in a second. And then Cats for Nelson is up here. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They make cat-related videos to share their love of cats with the world. So I'm going to grab the latest one. Most of these tend to be quite short, but obviously the channel's doing really well. And I'm going to get their shorts videos up here. We see that some of these have just skyrocketed. 237,000, and one of them just hit 400,000 views, which is great to see. But I was laughing about this the other day. The thumbnail on this is just out of control, right? So not surprising you got good engagement on that, but that's great work. So yeah, hopefully you just keep that up. They've got some live streams here as well, so we'll see if they're going to keep those going. It looks like they will. We've got notification bells on for every channel, of course. And John H. Shelton, The Vlogging Life, is just dropping a super chat, so we're going to put their channel on the screen right now. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll go back to spinning the wheel after a long period of time, probably an hour and a half from now. I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And we see Cats for Nelson is also monetized. And then, yeah, Canadian Family Life. It was the, oh, is Nightbot broken too now? Pardon me for a second. Let's do a check on this. This is a command that was inspired by Coastal Water, at least the name of it. But you have to add this kind of thing in manually. Eventually, I expect to do tutorials about how to do this stuff, get started with all the chatbots. But you can give them a pulse check and just see if they're still in the house at all or in the chat. And our Streamlabs broke the other day, right in episode 700 when I needed it the most. And Andale Homestead is still hanging out, so thanks for being here. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. String, good to see you back. Thanks for coming in. I know they were here the other day. And when we look at John H. Shelton, we see a creator, like I said, that comes to us from the UK, so it's quite late for them, but John H. Shelton's been a dear friend since about the beginning of Tuber Chat, well over 3 years now, probably 3.5. He's working on 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. filmmaking, vlogging, photography, creative writing. There's a bit of comedy, a lot of music as well. When we get into his latest video, we see a 10-minute one. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up. I know I'm behind. And then shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 1,000 views and 1,400 views and beyond. He's an incredibly passionate Godzilla fan also, and then live streams on the channel are something he's done many times before. We'll keep an eye on that notification bell, make sure it's on for every channel, and know that we'll catch as many live streams as possible from each other, John H. Shelton included, of course. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then I'm not sure if John H. Shelton has a second channel. He has in the past, but that's okay. Rock Chick Beauty is coming up. Thank you one more time. John H. Shelton, our dear, dear, dear friend, for that super chat. He's done that countless times before. So has Rock Chick Beauty, and she also happens to be from the UK. So we've got their channels up on the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Bella's Whisper Farmstead's also dropping a super chat, so we'll get that channel queued up and ready to go. And Rock Chick Beauty is always willing to swap playlists as well. So if anybody would like to do that, just simply say so in the chat. And then, my dear goodness, Mr. Fulton Mraz has always got news of one kind or another, but hopefully you're doing what you need to feel better. Mr. Fulton Mraz has been a friend since the beginning of Tuber Chat, long before. I've been friends with him for about 4 years. And Rock Chick Beauty is up on the screen working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. And then, yeah, String, no, we're happy to have you here. Thank you for being in the house. String is a newer channel to the Tuber Chat family. One of the things that we know for sure is that a lot of creators who've been with Tuber Chat for years or many times before, they will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat right away with good reason. They want to see how everybody interacts in the chat first to make a judgment call as to whether somebody will be a supportive creator before they will connect. And that's a little bit of a hint for everybody as well. I'm sure you can pick up on that. We just don't want to jump on brand new channels right away. You've always got lots of time. If somebody's going to be here 3, 4, 5, 7, 100 times, there's lots of time to connect with everybody. And conversations are really the way to go. And then Cali King 916, yes, hopefully you're doing okay over there. 5 O's in the house over there. CNS Travel, good to see you in the house. I've been lucky. I tell people all the time I happen to be lucky at times. Not much more than anybody else, I wouldn't say. But when I've had situations where I've, let's say, been pulled over, both in Canada and the United States, I've been let off about half the time. So I consider that lucky. And then Alex Tellisford is a gamer. Good to know that. Hopefully we'll get a chance to look at your channel today and see what you've come up with. Bella Whisper Farmstead is still coming up next. Rock Chick Beauty's on the screen right now. This is a creator that talks to us about all things alternative. They started with beauty and have done many product reviews, unboxing videos, and now sponsored videos. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Rock Chick Beauty's been with us over 3.5 years now, and this creator is somebody who reset and restarted their channel. So the idea is, could you come back stronger and more solidly the second time around? But what you'll see is that now Rock Chick Beauty puts a professional image forward all the time, if that makes sense. What I mean is that we look at the channel and we see beautiful thumbnails with bright, bold headshots that give the channel a very professional look. She often updates her banner as well as her avatar, usually for things like special occasions, but also holidays and things like that. She posts frequently, at least once a week. Then we get into shorts. We see these have gotten into 1,900, 2,800 views and beyond, and then live streams as well are occasional. She's usually on once a month or so. I've been lucky enough to be on panel with Rock Chick Beauty. I can't remember if I was ever actually on her channel or just we were together on many different channels, but she's somebody who collaborates with a lot of creators as well. Cats for Nelson, thank you so much for a gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We already looked at that channel, but usually we put membership gifters on the screen right away, but thank you for that. And String is a brand new channel for Tuber Chat. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm sure they'll be happy to have that membership. And even though they've been here before, I can tell everybody, in case you're wondering and haven't seen it yet, at least on this channel, if not others, we never get to pick who our gifted memberships are received by, if that makes sense. We don't get to pick who they go to. YouTube does it through the algorithm in some kind of a almost random way, but we've seen them go from anybody who's been with us for years to people who've been in the chat brand new on that day. So these are just ideas. It can go literally to anyone at all, but we're happy for String to have that. Now, hopefully everybody will connect to Rock Chick Beauty. Like I said, they're here from the UK, so it's quite late for them. Thanks for coming in. They do that all the time, and thank you for the super chat again. Thank you, John H. Shelton. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Next up, for the same reason as Bella's Whisper Farmstead. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Now, hopefully, again, I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I know Rambling with the Brooms came in. They're a member and a moderator, so of course I put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And then, of course, Makeup Mom and Son dropped a super chat. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And for that reason, we will look at Makeup Mom and Son next. And then we will get back to spinning the wheel shortly. Now, often in the chat, lately, we've been talking about Kristen. We now have 2 Kristens that we know of with their names spelled exactly the same way. And this is Bella's Whisper Farmstead, and this is somebody who's now been with us for what I believe is getting on a few months, at least a couple. And on this homesteading channel, we're going to see more outdoor content than anything else. But Bella's Whisper Farmstead is somebody who came into the Tuber Chat family, was incredibly engaging in conversation right front, like out of the gate. And I see them out supporting other creators as well. They're here with us for just about every single stream. I think every stream since finding us, and always at the top of the list when it comes to engagement. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see they've gotten into 2,200, 2,600, 3,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. Live streams might be an idea for the future, but we did look through their thumbnails and we get an idea of what they're expecting to bring us in their homesteading journey. And then when we look in their About page, they let us know that they're located in north central Georgia. So lots to learn from them, as well as most of our homesteading friends, if not all. And one of the things I've always said about our homesteading friends is that there seems to be a similar sense of generosity in all of them, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others, for which I'm grateful. I always learn from our homesteading friends. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead is thinking about getting the courage up for live streams as well. So that's one thing we talk about occasionally, and it's not my suggestion. I forget who mentioned it first. I'll never remember now. I believe the first time that somebody mentioned it here in the Tuber Chat live streams was when the idea came up, at least for me, for the first time. But the idea is that you can hop in on other people's StreamYard panels, and that gives you an introduction into live streaming. Not to mention, for most live streams with StreamYard, creators allow everyone to send the stream out to their channels. So if you see a live stream with 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people, all 6, 7, 8, or 10 of those channels might be streaming at the same time. You don't have to, but the host might allow that, right? So that's an idea. And then it depends on the programming. It depends on the intent of the live stream. So these are just ideas. You know, if you hop in with a couple of friends, that will help. And there you go. Yeah, Marketplace Boutique just started live streaming with Backyard Trucker. They got together to do that. I'm always happy to see those kind of collaborations. And then TCG Fam, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And then, yeah, Makeup Mom and Son. One of the things that I've enjoyed most in my YouTube journey was a lot of the hangouts. And I've been lucky to hang out with them many times as well. But Makeup Mom and Son, Rock Chick Beauty, Sam's Vlogs, Trains of More, Hilda DC, Corinne's Life. These are all creators who've gotten together time and time again. And it's always cool to hang out. And then Rambling with the Brooms. I'm assuming that was you that texted me earlier about coming on, so forgive me. I thought you gave me a different number. As soon as you gave me a number today, I put it in my contacts, and then you texted from what I think is a different number. But Rambling with the Brooms was live right before Tuber Chat, but I literally on Friday, sometimes I have a full plate. Today was overwhelming. I barely got into in here in time to stream. I literally sat down and almost turned things on right away. The amazing M&G, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. TCG Fam just dropped a super chat, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Same thing as Makeup Mom and Son. So we're going to put TCG Fam up next. We always put Super Chatters up on the screen right away along with membership gifters, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. After a long period of time, I'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of this live stream. When we look at Makeup Mom and Son, we see somebody who has been with Tuber Chat basically from the beginning. I'm going to have to just say, you know, now it's from the beginning, because 3 3/4 years is more than 3.5. Almost all of our moderators have been with us that long. And we've all been dear friends together, for which I'm incredibly grateful. Makeup Mom and Son is somebody who's hosted 1 million live streams, where a handful of us have hopped in on panel as well. She's also done interviews, so I've been honored to have been on her channel for that reason as well. Now, she gives us a bit of information on her channel about what she brings, but she's done unboxing videos from the beginning, a lot of beauty, a lot of get ready with me type videos. She has incredible talent when it comes to the idea of specific makeup looks for things like Halloween. You get an idea of that when we get into the shorts videos, what she's done with some of these. If you dig through the channel, you'll find a lot of that, a lot of different looks, and then typical or standard types of makeup as well. Lots of unboxing videos. These can be of just about anything. Lots of snacks she's been doing lately, as a matter of fact. Shorts can bring pure variety. These, let me have one more look. These have gotten into now 37,000 views on a couple of them, which is great. And then live streams from Makeup Mom and Son as well. There's her son, Caden. He's got his own channel as well. There's the interview series I was talking about. Nice to see on Stable TV there, along with a few other friends. And she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She's collaborated with a lot of creators, and now well over 2,000 subscribers as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Makeup Mom and Son. And like I said, she's been a dear friend a long, long time. Nanny Tam, good to see you here. Follow the Bradley's Fun is in the house. Rambling with the Brooms. Thank you so much for the... I was driving and drinking, yeah. Rambling with the Brooms. I must be mistaken. I must have made some kind of a typo. Thank you for that. They just dropped a super chat as well. We're going to put Rambling with the Brooms up right after TCG Fam. We're going to go for a break for 3.5 minutes, and then when we come back, we'll look at both of those channels and start spinning the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. All right, we're back. Just before I put up TCG Fam and Rambling with the Brooms, Caden Plays It is the channel belonging to Makeup Mom and Son's son, Caden. And he brings some unboxing and product review videos, as well as video gameplay and a little bit of random content, particularly in the shorts on the channel. We'd love to encourage this young creator by pushing them towards their first 100 subscribers. They're more than halfway there already, and hopefully everybody will connect with Caden Plays It. Pardon me. So TCG Fam is coming up. They dropped a super chat, so did Rambling with the Brooms, and we'll get them onto the screen in a second. TCG Fam's done that countless times. So have all these creators, as a matter of fact. So thank you for the overwhelming beginning here. And Coffee Walks and Whatever, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's OJ and Deb. And Feathered Friends Homestead is here also. Thanks for being here. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Prez the Investor is somebody that a lot of us recognize from Lisa J. Stock's channel, so it's good to have you over here. I was interacting with them, I think it's 2 weeks ago, but shortly ago, if that makes sense, on a live stream where they share insights about investing and their own portfolios and advice and things like that. Sister Winnie, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And Makeup Mom and Son, thank you so much for the gifted membership as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Again, absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated always. Nanny Tam picked that up, and I know they're in the chat, so I've put them on the wheel right away. M&J, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I wonder if that's a brand new channel for us. It's not. Metal Detecting. So I think the channel's been renamed, but it's somebody that we already know. And Fishhead Videos, good to see you in the house as well. Venom for Life is still here. They've been with Tuberchat for about 3.5 years also. And TCG Fam has actually been with us so long, I don't know if I even remember how long they've been with us. Their social media grow show, again, that's Commander Vlogs, a longtime friend. He does live streams extremely similar to what we do here in Tuberchat. And then, yeah, Prez the Investor. I was in Lisa J. Stock's channel a week or two ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. You guys were, I know you stream together often, but yeah, I caught you. I just looked at your channel in the background to make sure, but I thought so from the name. But it's good to have you here, so thanks for coming in. TCG Fam is up here right now with well over 6,000 subscribers. They've been at this a long time. Mostly mukbangs from this channel. I know I never pronounced that word right, but you know what I mean. And this creator often takes us out, so they bring us into their home. But I've also been with them many times, even for live streams, where they take us out to different interesting restaurants and things like that. Obviously, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And they're trying new things all the time also. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They got a few shorts getting into hundreds of views over there, and then live streams. Like I said, they've been on many times. It's been a month, but hopefully I'll catch them again. I've got the notification bell on, of course, for every single channel. And like I said, they've done this kind of thing countless times before. So thank you for another super chat. TCG Fam and Rambling with the Broom. Scott is a member, moderator, and super chatter for today, so thank you for that. He's done that countless times before as well. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated, of course. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Social Media Grow Show, thank you for another super chat as well. That's my dear friend Commander Vlogs. Many of us know that channel. Forgive me for not being sure if you rename the channel or if you've started another, but I'll ask you about that. We were just recently in touch. He's been a friend for years. Inspirational in the creation of the screen that you see here on Tuberchat, actually, and the whole idea behind these growth streams. Backyard Trucker, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And I'll get them on the wheel. They happen to be a member. Rambling with the Brooms is coming up. I'm going to talk about their channel in a second. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So yes, Social Media Grow Show was the Commander Vlogs, one of Commander Vlogs' channels. He renamed it. He's done quite a bit of experimenting on YouTube over the years. And then I also noticed that Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness is in the house, so I've got them on the wheel. Together We Travel. Good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Rambling with the Brooms. This is Scott, a creator. I'm going to meet for the first time in person tomorrow with Just Jason Keto and more, Brampton Gardner, and then we're hoping to have another creator or two with us as well. Rambling with the Brooms is getting on 3,000 subscribers. They're officially on the road. We always say you're officially on a road when you pass the 100 miles, any 100 milestone. Since they've passed 2,900, they're on the road to 3,000. They got some maple syrup there. And I've actually hung out with Scott on a live stream while they've been in the Sugar Shack making that maple syrup. I've got a not quite fully run video here, so I'm going to put that part of me into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with that. I still got another video for you as well, I think, in my catch-up list. Shorts videos from this creator bring some famous winter Canadian weather, getting into 3,000, even almost 8,000 views. And then live streams are frequent. Thursdays and Fridays. Forgive my... I didn't get on there today. He offered to have me up on panel with him, so hopefully we'll do that soon. I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow about streaming. I'll have my stuff together, so I'll be ready, but I'll likely offer to let everybody else stream or anybody else that's with us if they want to do it. We're just getting together for a meal and some lively conversation, I'm sure. And then Rambling with the Brooms comes to us from the Homesteading community of channels. He goes live every Thursday and Friday as a minimum. He's had Procrastination Thursdays and Shenanigan Fridays running for as long as I can remember. But he's also known for doing some pop-ups, and then his videos bring us indoors as well as outdoors, maybe hundreds of miles away to meetups and things like that. Typical homesteading channel, however, he brings a lot more variety as well. He's got a project coming up with Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, where they're putting together a cruise that's going to leave in August of 2025. From Seattle to Alaska for a week. They're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters. So I hope everybody will connect with Rambling with the Brooms and Travel Escapes with the Brooms as well. Let me see if I can find this channel. Rambling with the Brooms. Oh, pardon me. I know it's Travel Escapes. Travel Escapes with the Brooms, yes. Oh, I gotta ask Scott to feature it on his front page there. I have trouble finding it every time. Oh, I think there's a dot at the end of it. That's why, right? And maybe no apostrophe. Pardon me. We got to spell the names of the channels right where possible. So there it is right there. So Travel Escapes with the Brooms. I'm going to put the handle in the chat if anybody needs to copy and paste that. Just so, because this is a brand new channel for Scott from Rambling with the Brooms. So travel content is expected. Of course, he's got the channel started and 38 subscribers. So we'd love to push him a little bit farther towards the first 100. Selena, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I've got them on the wheel. They do a lot of live streaming. I caught them recently. We'll see that when I pull your channel up. And then Lori's Tech Time's got quite a bit of content. And then, yeah, the thank you, M&T Living and Cooking. I'm sure we will. And then let's see what, oh, pardon me, I'm missing a channel here. Social Media Grow Show. Pardon me while I just make mistake after mistake here. Selena's on the wheel. Social Media Grow Show is about to come up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So there he is, Commander Vlogs, and he's renamed another channel that he's had for a while, monetized here. Super chats and memberships available when we get there. And what you can expect is live streams similar to what we're doing here in Tuber Chat, where Commander Vlogs is going to allow people to connect in just about the same way. He's been a dear friend from the beginning of Tuber Chat, inspirational in the way we set up our screen and our features here. He's got a few shorts on his channel, got into 12,000 and 19,000 views. He's got a lively community for sure. And then I'll just look at one of his streams for a second, but you get an idea. See, there's the screen that he's got. There's his activity list, like in the bottom of our screen, some sponsors. He's got himself up in the corner there. So this is the kind of thing he's been doing for a long, long time. I just give him a thumbs up on that one there. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Social Media Grow Show, and you'll get an opportunity to meet more creators like we're doing here in Tuber Chat. I'll show you his original channel, Commander Vlogs, which has been featured on Tuber Chat, and a long time friend with 38,000 subscribers. So you can bet that this creator is very knowledgeable when it comes to all things YouTube. And I'm just making a note for myself as well. Let's see what is happening next. Thank you, by the way, Social Media Grow Show, for a super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He actually dropped 2 of them. So thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated, of course. And he's done that many times before. So I think it's time for us to spin the wheel. So we'll do that right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Nanny Tam is a creator who's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. She picked up a gifted membership today. We got that channel up on the screen right now for this, what I believe is the second time. So somebody I'm still getting to know, but we get a lot of information on the About section. I have yet to go through this, but this creator's already got over 200 subscribers. So let's have a look at their videos. I see they got a brand new one today. I'm going to put this video into a playlist I called Catch Up, and it's just so I can get caught up with creators. It's a fun name for that channel. And then when we look at shorts, we see that these have already started to move. One at 28,000, which is fantastic to see, and I know that they're already collaborating with other creators. Many of us have seen that thumbnail on a few channels as well. So, Nanny Tam, hopefully you will have a few people come and connect with you today. I'm sure you will. We'd love to push her a little bit farther towards the 300 that she's thinking about. We'll spin the wheel one more time. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lori's Tech Time is coming up right now. This is another dear friend of what I believe is long over 3.5 years. She's been with us just about from the beginning of Tuber Chat. Lori's Tech Time is somebody who wants to help others. She does tutorials on her channel occasionally, but she does a lot of video gameplay, and she started with electronic gadget reviews. Some of those come from a subscription service called Gadget Discovery Club. Some of them are independent. She's played some popular games over here, and she's very well known now, at least by me, but probably to many of us, as somebody who's knowledgeable with other types of apps like CapCut or Video Leap, where she shows us how to do a lot of the different filters and looks that these apps come up with. Pardon me, some of her shorts have done fantastic, getting into 13,000 and 19,000 views. Of course, she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And I see Lori's Tech Time, her content also on the other networks, particularly Instagram. I see she's posting all the time. And those are really cool. I think about doing the same thing. You know, if you don't have an idea about what to do with the other social networks, but you do have time, what you could do is hop in on a trend. So somebody like Lori's Tech Time is going to show us a lot of the filters that come in things like Video Leap, if you haven't seen that app already. And then what we can do is do the same thing, just, you know, compared to what she's done kind of thing. A lot of us are going to inspire each other in many different ways. And most of the time, it's hard to trace the root to half of these ideas anyway. But Lori's Tech Time's posting all the time. 1,900 subscribers now. We'd love to get her to close to the 2,000 she's thinking about. Monetized, like I said, and lots of live streams where she plays with her viewers in different types of video games. She's got a couple other channels as well. Let me get to those from her homepage. She's got one that we've known for a long time called Lori's Mini Brand. She recently renamed this, but you can see she's done a few unboxings here and some shorts videos. These have done well, 7,000, 8,000 views. And then when we look back at her front page, you'll notice she features her other channels on the bottom of her front page. So I just want to recommend that for anybody that has more than one channel. I don't want to recommend anybody start more than one channel. But if you already have one, this is a great idea so people can find it easily. You'd be surprised how many people will follow you on more than one channel when they know you have more than one. Lori's Battle Cats has 175 subscribers. She had so much success playing with viewers in the game Battle Cats that now she has started a channel just dedicated to that. She's also got some shorts over here, and these have already crossed 1,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lori's Tech Time on all three of these channels. She is another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And like I said, she has been for about 3.5 years. Tales Told in the Dark is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond with a newer channel. I've got you on the wheel, so thanks for coming in. Commander Vlogs, thank you again. Boss Quackers is in the house also. We'll be looking forward to Social Media Grow Show with their growth streams as well. Mod6510 Models is in the house. Thank you for being here. Thank you for another super chat. He's up late. This is another creator from the UK, and we always put super chatters on the screen right away in order. And then we will get around to adding some names to the wheel from our chat list after a while. Oh, Commander Vlogs, thank you for the membership as well. I almost missed that coming through, but thanks for that. And M&T Living and Cooking, yes, thank you for the highlighted milestone message. Lori's Tech Time, thank you. She's been a member almost 2 years already, but she's been with us much longer as well. No Fear, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So I'm just going to show everybody something interesting. Yarn Works and Crafts and More by Lydia. Good to see you here. And Social Media Grow Show, thank you for another super chat. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. Mod6510 Models, I would usually put their channel on the screen and have a look at it. But actually what I'm going to do for today is play you a clip from a podcast series that's coming here to Tuber Chat right after the next couple of weeks when we celebrate our 4-year anniversary. I was lucky enough to have an interview with Moz that went on for almost 2 hours, where he shares his experience in gaining over 10,000 subscribers.
Don't forget the people who've got you there. Like, this is why I'm very open with coming on with Tuber Chat, because I remember I only had I think about 2,000, 3,000 subscribers at the time.
Probably.
And I got involved in that group, and there's other groups as well. What you know, if you cast your bread across the waters, it will come back. You know, so always, and there's always somebody that I've engaged in on YouTube, totally different hobby, pastime.
Okay.
But we're linked by the ways. But they will know somebody that's scale modeling, and they will mention me to them.
Right.
So there's always that as well. You've got to look at it as when you're building your channel, always try to give back what you've taken out of it. So that's why if I'm home night, you know, in the weekend, and Tuber Chat, because I've got it notified, if he comes on, I will pop in, give him a super chat, and I make sure I get on that bloody wheel of
There you go.
You know, and so that I've put back in, because remember I was there as well. I was lowly. If you remember rightly, that one day when I cracked that I think it was 20,000 subscribers, or was it 10,000 subscribers? Because you went up to 5,000, wasn't it? And I said to you, I goes, I'm on 10,000. Am I not allowed to be on your channel anymore?
That's right.
You had to change it, didn't you?
I had to change the intro. If somebody was to go back to the first episodes of Tuber Chat, you would hear me say something along the lines of up to 10,000 subscribers. But when Moz6510 Models crossed the 10,000, I had to change the intro for the whole channel so that I could say, and beyond 10,000 subscribers. And now we're here. And you've doubled that number. You're still growing now, so
it's very slow growth. Because as I said, I've taken a month. I wanted to see what a month would do to my channel.
Yeah,
and I was getting 300 to 400 views an hour, down to 160 views an hour.
Right.
If I look now, I'm getting 30 views an hour. So but I've done this on purpose. I wanted a break.
Yes.
I just wanted to step back. And now it's back in, and I'm going to start doing it all again now. So,
yeah, there's nothing wrong with the break when it's needed. What I have found is when we can get to a place of consistency, taking a week off, it seems to take about a month to get the momentum back, but it does come back.
Yeah, it does come back. But I needed the break. I really did. You know. And I think YouTube have cottoned on to this as well. You've seen a lot of burnout recently on YouTube.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, it is a burnout. Yeah, there's definitely that. But you know, we strive to be better, and that's what it can be.
Yeah,
definitely
improving over time.
Improvement is, and also it's good. It's edifying for yourself. You know, it really does boost you up when you get a video that gets 10,000 views. It really does. Like, you know, it's great. But there's also the work and the time you put into it, so it's rewarding in that respect as well.
For sure. All right, we're back. That was Maz6510 Models, who now has over 21,000 subscribers that we saw right before the break. That is a tiny clip out of a 2-hour almost conversation that you're going to see here in the Tuber Chat channel in about a month's time. I'll start releasing those as a podcast series right after our 4-year anniversary, which is coming up in the first week of May. So Backyard Trucker is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. And Backyard Trucker has been doing a bit of live streaming with Marketplace Boutique as well. This is an example of how we can get started. You know, I think they say the #1 fear in the world is speaking in front of an audience. And I think of the idea of going live on YouTube to be at least in the same ballpark. You know, it's a different story when you're not talking to people. You get to look at your camera. You don't have to see the reaction. However, I promise you, when you start live streaming, you might wonder to yourself, well, what on earth am I going to talk about for hours? The chat will help you keep it going. They will ask you questions no matter what you're doing, and you can start with simply talking about what you've done today. Start with the weather if you have to. But the other idea is to collaborate with other creators, hop in on other people's StreamYard panels. So now we get to see Backyard Trucker and Marketplace Boutique together. On her channel for now, we'll see if Backyard Trucker is going to do one. They did a live stream today. And I think that, yeah, that's just them driving. But we'll see if they're going to do one. I'm glad that they've started live streaming as well. 265 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 300 they're thinking about. And we see that they're posting videos frequently. They let us know they're just a simple guy posting just about anything and everything for us to see. Lots of dash cam footage lately and lots of outdoor content. The shorts give us a look at what they've been doing, up to 10,000 and 12,000 views. And then, like I said, we'll be looking forward to more live streams. Big Family Expedition, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I'm assuming that that's a brand new channel for Tuber Chat and not somebody that we've seen before. And I'm quite sure that I'm right, so it's good to have you here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat, we'll be willing to connect. So please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Henry Nelson is coming up right now. This is an extremely popular name for a channel. So I'm going to drop a handle in the chat so that anybody can get to that if they need to, whether you want to copy and paste it or type it out. Henry Nelson's another supportive creator, not only here in Tuber Chat, but I see them out supporting other creators all the time also. Just adding another section to the wheel there. Henry Nelson has got 420 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 500 they're thinking about. Most of their videos are quite short. They bring us more nature, particularly wildlife. They've got a bit of a longer video here, but most of what they're doing is short with trail cams. But they catch a lot of interesting wildlife on their channel, so hopefully everybody will catch some of this from them when you connect to their channel. And then shorts have gotten into already 6,000 and almost 7,000 views, which is great to see. They let us know they're not an expert by any means, but they do live on a farm, so they bring that footage for us, and I'm sure we're grateful. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Izzy Pop is coming up right now. I saw them come in earlier. I had put them on the wheel. You have to let YouTube know sometimes whether you want them to spell it properly or they might send you somewhere else. And then Judgment Day Mike Harper, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. The mother and daughter duo, good to see you here also. And Izzy Pop is working on 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They let us know on their About section that they plan to bring us pure variety on their channel. What we see are beautiful banner thumbnail images along with an avatar here that are just outstanding. But when we dig into the videos, we get animations with some music as well. Now, Izzy Pop has also gotten into some shorts that have done up to 1,300 and 1,600 views, one over 13,000, which is great to see. And live streams are frequent. They're on every couple of days. The conversation can be just about anything at all, and they've got a wonderful community of supporters as well. I learn something every time I'm over there. So hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Pop. They've been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuber Chat. And then, copying and pasting can help. Ron's Keto Cafe for sure. And then we just want to double check that we've got the right avatar when we look for channels also. Even though I pull channels up here, I search, find, and click on everybody's name, your search results, this goes for everybody, is probably different than mine because YouTube's trying to guess what we're looking for, and some of it is geographical as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Oh, it's so vague. Yeah, Izzy Pop. When monetization is taken away, they tend to not be extremely clear. Oh, reusing content, it says. So here's the question, because we've heard this twice today. Maybe there's a sweep going through YouTube. So the idea is, have you used your own same exact content? Because that's where they're likely talking about that, but it's really just a guess. I missed the Stock Explorer stream today. I was hoping to catch them. Fridays are just like virtually impossible for me. The Stock Explorer is here as both a member and a moderator. That's Nora, and they've been a dear friend for well over 3 years as well. And then monetization, yeah, you'll have to, if you don't mind, keep us apprised of what's happened with, or what happens with that as well. I've seen it happen before, and I've heard from it. I've heard of it from several different creators over different amounts of time. Reused content is one that is a little bit unclear, but the first thought that comes to mind is that YouTube says you can't use your own footage again without making major changes to it. So the idea is somebody could try to, let's say, make a video and then just put a different intro and extra on it and just keep posting the same video. YouTube's not going to allow that, right? They actually want content for the most part. There's a million ways to try to cheat the system, but I don't think that will be helpful. But we get a lot of what they call false positives as well, where people aren't actually doing anything wrong, but they still get stuck in these unclear guidelines, let's just say. Jonathan Sturgill was a giveaway recipient the other day on our 700th episode. And you can see I've got the prizes right behind me. They're ready to pack up and send. I'll try to get that done tomorrow or Sunday. And Jonathan Sturgill has got over 5,000 subscribers. In fairness, they actually had it when they first came to Tuber Chat. They were pretty much at 5,000 subscribers. This creator is incredibly knowledgeable when it comes to the idea of of music. And they do gear reviews and comparisons as well as musical instruments. A lot of guitar lessons are happening, and he's got a second channel as well. Monetized, of course, so lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then we see that some of these shorts have already got close to 1,000 views. When we look at product scope, we see a new channel that's an experiment from Jonathan Sturgill. This one's brand new, so it could be tough to find. I'll put the handle in the chat again. He's got 51 subscribers, so halfway to the first 100. And we would love to push him a little bit farther. When we get here, he lets us know that we're going to learn more about music. What I have found in the first couple of videos here is he's extremely knowledgeable about all the technology that goes into music as well, and is giving us a look at the future of music, giving us an idea of what we might hear in the next 5 to 10 years, let's say. He's got a couple of shorts over here and is playing with some of the AI systems also. Baked with Miss Red, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I just caught them in a Oh, pardon me. Live stream. I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so what we're hearing in the chat today are a couple of different things. We've heard of 2 channels being demonetized, and we're hearing about a couple channels having trouble logging in. Whenever you see these glitches, chances are that something is going on with YouTube, like an update. But because we've heard of 2 things at the same time, my guess is that they're doing some major changes. I say major, although it might look like minor changes to us. But I'm just going to show you something as well. It's not that it's unrelated, but just on a side note here, I'm just going to pull up a website. And I use this all the time. They have an app as well, Down Detector, and they have them for different countries. I'm in Canada, of course, but when you use Down Detector, you can have a look, and all the biggest online services are going to come up and show you if there's been problems. When we look at YouTube, look at that spike right there. So we know at some point there was a major problem, and up around here there's a bit of issue. So things will likely be fixed by tomorrow if it has to do with logging in and getting into your account. Some of the things that we see take weeks for them to fix. I don't know how in 2024, but I'm going to try not to rant about it either. And then Charlene Heel says there was a problem with giving likes. So they're likely doing a couple things in the background. So we'll keep our eyes open and hopefully catch some updates. They usually let us know in the YouTube studio if there's something that has been worked on, and they give us tips about how to use the new features. So we're spinning the wheel. I'm going to get the next channel ready to go. Matthew's Bushcraft, thanks for waiting out that 20 minutes. It's good to see you here, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody will be willing to connect. Please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Home Bartending with John is an incredibly supportive creator. They happen to be a silver member here. They're somebody who we see every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. Home Bartending with John is a one-of-a-kind channel in the Superchat family, and somebody who's going to teach us how to make the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he shows us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and some of the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make our favorite cocktails. He also does tons of product reviews, and I love this idea because he can give us an idea as to whether we might like something before we go and spend money on it and find out that we didn't like it as much as we were hoping. Home Bartending with John has also got some shorts on his channel. These have gotten into now, one of them at 7,600 views. And then he also does comparisons or collections, whether it's liquors, liqueurs, or cocktails. And he might be talking about a low-calorie collection of cocktails or non-alcoholic mocktails. When he does his recipes, he's usually giving us variations as well. Not everybody makes the same drink the same way, so he'll show us a few different ways, and he takes requests on his channels. He's done a couple for me already, so hopefully everybody will connect with him and get in on that action as well. Precious Gems, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Deep Dish Mike is in the background. Hopefully you'll wait out that 20 minutes and come and join us. Kathy Payna, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And hopefully I've missed anybody in the chat. Let's spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We already saw Makeup Mom and Son, so I'll spin the wheel again. She's a beloved and dedicated moderator here and has been from basically the beginning of Tuberchat. Charlene Heel is coming up, also an incredibly supportive creator with 2 different channels. She brings wellness coaching to us, along with wealth, entrepreneurship, and other positivity and inspiration. When we look at her wellness coaching channel, we see Charlene Heel, and she does a lot of collaborating with other creators. This thumbnail here that you see for bloopers and oops of the YouTuber journey talks about the mistakes that a lot of YouTubers make in the beginnings of their journeys, and there's a few familiar faces here. So you see I joined Charlene Heel with Angel Light Over Darkness 33 and Serenity Studio Art, and we were all talking very candidly about some of the mistakes we've made that we hope to help people avoid. So hopefully everybody will go and check out that replay. Judgment Day Mike Harper, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And for that reason, I'm going to put your channel up on the screen next. He's done that countless times before. We'll look at both of his channels, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. And then, yeah, somebody actually came into the music channel yesterday, and I don't know if it's just because it's we see this kind of thing all the time, but they were like, stop blocking me. And I wonder if that's what the problem was. There's just glitches all over YouTube. Charlene Heel is up on the screen with almost 1,700 subscribers. She mixes up a bit of variety in between the wellness coaching here, but always positive, always inspiring. I've got her premiere set up as a notification for tomorrow, and then she's monetized, like I said. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 4,000 and 5,000 views, as well as live streams on the channel are... I don't think she has a schedule, but she brings these out frequently, sometimes more than once a week, and then she's got a second channel as well. So I'm going to get over to her Conscious Business Services and Opportunities channel, where she brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. She's working on 1,200 subscribers over here, and she's got a brand new video as well. Live Your Truth is the motivation she's trying to reinforce. I'll put that video into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to watch it in between now and the next live stream, which should be on Sunday. And then shorts on her channel as well have gotten into 5,000 and 6,000 views, halfway to 7,000. Live streams are occasional on the channel. These ones come out approximately once a week, but she mixes up the content over here and sometimes simulcasts with her other channel. So, Judgment Day Mike Harper is coming up now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Backyard Trucker, I see you there. When we look at Judgment Day Mike Harper, we see that this creator is working on 500 subscribers. I've still got your Wrestling Weekend review video in my catch-up list, so I'm rerunning that, or will rerun that. And then this creator brings a bit of video gameplay and a chance to get to know them. They also add some information into their About page so we can get an introduction to the creator behind the channel. Some shorts here have done well, getting into over 1,000 views. And then live streams are frequent from Judgment Day Mike Harper as well, at least once a week. He's got a second channel. I'm going to pull up Michael W. Harper. This is where we get another look at this creator. A lot of DVD reviews over here. And I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that into my catch-up list. It's already there. I'll rerun that. And then he's got shorts videos as well that have gotten into 400 views. We'd love to push him towards the 500 on those shorts and see those continue to grow as well. He's also got 63 subscribers, so we want to get him towards the first 100. Thank you again, Judgment Day Mike Harper and Michael W. Harper, for that super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, they've done that countless times before. And Doof Paranormal, Karen from Australia, is coming in doing the same thing. So thank you for another super chat for a nice cup of coffee or tea. Absolutely, yes, tomorrow will be Tim Hortons Day, on the way to a meetup, actually, with a few different creators. I'm getting together with Rambling with the Brooms, Brampton Gardener, and Just Jason Keto and more, and hopefully Kristen Walton will join us. And then it should be a good, fun time. And Doof Paranormal is going to come up next. For that reason, we always put super chatters on the screen as soon as that happens, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. So let's see what Doof Paranormal has got going on right now. Karen from Australia is going to talk to a lot of paranormal investigators. They want to sort fact from fiction, as well as we expect to learn some history on the channel. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. A very dynamic host. I've caught her many times for live streams. She actually just did a new video, or put up a new video an hour ago. So I've got that one in my catch-up list now, so I can get caught up. And then shorts on the channel. I talk about this channel all the time, Doof Paranormal, when I talk about shorts, because when I click on one of these and you see the beginning, you see that animation that comes up. I think it's great when creators are putting production value into their shorts. The same way we would with long form content, right? To try to give them a bit more of a push. And then live streams on the channel. So she's got one coming up in a few days, but these are frequent. And as you can see, I've caught her frequently lately as well. Doof Paranormal, thank you for another generous super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I said, she's done that many times before, countless times actually. And she just took over our stream boss position under my camera there. That's the video game life meter. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock them out and take over get some extra exposure for their channel. So that will be Doof Paranormal for a while. Fairbrick Studio, good to see you in the house. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to go for a break again for 3.5 minutes. And then, while we do that, it looks like my clear the wheel section has come up. So I'm going to wipe all the names off of the wheel. There's a bit of a glitch there, but that's okay. And we'll give that to Selena. So while we're gone on this 3.5 minute break, I'll wipe the wheel out. I'll reload with any members that are here that we haven't seen yet. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel when we get back. We're back in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back. We're looking at Selena. So I've wiped out the wheel. We had our clear the wheel section come up. Thank you for that, Cabar Gaming, by the way. And then I reloaded with any members that I see in the chat that haven't been on the screen yet. But if there's any members that have been lurking in the background, just please stay active in the chat. I'll get you back on the wheel in a second. Pardon me for one more second. We'll be right back. Fazio the King, Naruto Luffy Goku, I've got you on the wheel. And Selena has been doing some live streaming lately and vibrant conversation, of course. Some of the shorts on the channel have gotten into 3,000, 5,000 views. Like most creators, they are bringing us pure variety. But what they are following here more than anything else, I believe, are topical conversations with a lot of vibrant conversation coming along from the chat. So I'll leave it to you to have a look. But you see that this creator also happens to have been a supportive creator to us here in Superchat, a loyal and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. So working on 1,300 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer towards that milestone, and we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. The next channel that we're going to look at is Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness, and this is somebody who's been with us frequently lately, just about for every stream since finding us. They're also working on 1,300 subscribers, and on their channel we're going to find a lot of delicious looking thumbnails. First of all, they mix in a little bit of variety, and they give us the story behind the channel on their About page. As well, they've got some shorts. Some of these also feature delicious looking content and some variety that have gotten them into well over 11,000 views on 3 of their shorts, which is great to see. Live streams are something they've been doing also. They tend to keep these quite short, but we get more delicious looking content in their live stream, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. Keep that notification bell on like we do for all creators. And then hopefully we'll catch them for one of these. I'm going to grab their latest video, put that in my catch-up list as well. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Sweet Melissa is going to come up, but I had a section come up on the wheel called Add a Name. So what that means is it's time to add a name to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of this stream. And what I've known for the last handful of streams is that Bella's Whisper Farmstead is right there at the top of the list. Every stream that we have right up there with Canadian Family Life, Scratch and PPA, Sweet Melissa, for instance, who we're about to look at right now. Now, Sweet Melissa is also a popular name for a channel, so we got to make sure we get the right one. I'm going to put the handle in the chat. It's a little bit different than the channel name here, but you can type that out or copy and paste it if you need to. And when we look at Sweet Melissa's channel, we're going to find that they say they are a member of several product review and product testing sites, so they share unboxings and product reviews with us. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to see another piece of content. You get an idea of the different types of things that they're unboxing here and the products that they're testing out on their videos. And then when we get into shorts, like most creators, they're bringing a lot of variety, a little bit of outdoor content there as well. And a couple of these have gotten into 1,200 and 2,100 views. And Sweet Melissa's been with us just about every stream lately as well. So we're moving a little bit faster. We always do. We can stay up to another hour if everybody would like. If you haven't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that where we have a virtual 24-hour live stream. There's a video game going, a lot of people trickling in and out here and there. We'll go over there and raid together, and everybody can keep connecting the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. And I'll leave this live stream running for an extra 3 minutes when we're completed, as we always do, so everybody can clean up their connections here. So this is P&J's Homestead Adventure, and this is another channel that brings a lot of outdoor content. We had this influx of homesteading channels come in a couple of years ago, and it continues today. Paula and Jason have been with us for a while now. They're always active in the chat. They bring a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. I've still got a video on my catch-up list here, but I haven't had a chance to run through that whole thing yet. So I'm rerunning it, and then I've got that video ready to go. You see some of the ideas that they're doing on their channel. This was one of the first videos I watched. Quite talented in the kitchen. They've got ideas for a few party tricks over there, and then a lot, like I said, a lot of outdoor content as well. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 2,200 and 2,500 views and beyond, and they're out supporting other creators all the time as well. So Purple Crochet and More with Dreeny, good to see you here. I think I missed a channel coming in. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to saying hello to everybody. I'm going to spin the wheel, but I'm going to get another name onto our wheel from our chat list. And Chris's Creation Fun is coming up. This is another creator that comes from New Brunswick, along with his wife, Canadian Family Life, Tiffany. And we'll see what both of their channels have got going on. Chris's Creation Fun started with 3D printing and now also brings do-it-yourself videos. Both are fixing the 3D printer and working on solar equipment. And 93 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that first 100. They're obviously very close. When we look at their wife's channel, Tiffany brings Canadian Family Fun. Oh, what am I thinking of? Canadian Family Life. Pardon me. It's Chris's Creation Fun. Canadian Family Life. And they've just been at it not too long over a year, to be honest with you. And just a year and a couple of months. But they're already over 3,100 subscribers. This is one of the fastest rolling or fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family that we've seen in our 4 years now, or close to it. Marketplace Boutique, I got you back on the wheel. I cleared the wheel a while ago. Tales Told in the Dark, I've got you on the wheel also. Canadian Family Life has got a lot of grocery hauls as well as cooking videos. They bring some vlogging. They've got container gardening that I talk about all the time. They got some product reviews or unboxings, Happy Meal videos, shoutouts for other creators. Some of the cooking videos lately they've been doing, you see more frequently, as a matter of fact. And then they get into shorts on the channel that have gotten into 2,500 views and beyond on a few of them, one over 5,500, which is great to see. And then live streams are occasional, usually approximately once a month or so, but we've got our notification bell on for every single channel. And that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Let's spin the wheel. That Kathy Payne says they need an agent. It's funny that you say that. So I won't get too far into story time today. I don't think I will. But I used to be a DJ, and that went on for about 25 years. It was the better part of my adult life. And I remember asking a friend of mine who was somebody who ran a music pool and an influencer. And I was really young when fairly young when I started, not as young as some people. But I was very lucky in the beginning to have made an impact and had a lot of friends kind of pulling me up the ladder, if you want to look at it like that. I started working in radio when I was like 23, 24 years old. And I remember asking this guy to be my agent. And I was so disappointed because he was like, oh, I can't, man. He goes, I don't have the time. And, you know, that really takes a lot of focus. And I'm like, no, you'd be great. You could be a manager, like, for other people. And I wanted him to be my agent. And it didn't happen. I got another guy to do it afterwards, but that was years later. But it's funny that you say that, so I thought I'd share that quick story. Carnival Cruise Addicts, good to see you here. I've got you on the wheel now. Tales Told in the Dark, I put you back on there. There's Deep Dish Mike. Thank you for waiting out that 20-minute time limit. I know it can be a little bit weird to see that on a channel. I promise you, it helps with, first of all, trolling and spamming, so you won't see much of that here, fingers crossed, of course. But also it gives everybody an opportunity to see what we're doing before coming in. Tuber Chat, of course, is not for everybody, and you might be surprised to find that half of the people who ever click on a Tuber Chat thumbnail don't actually ever make it into the chat. It's an interesting statistic from our analytics. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is either picking up a membership right now, or that might be their membership rolling over. But I've got them on the wheel now, and hopefully they're here with us. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is up on the screen, and this is a creator who not only has been here for just about every stream since finding Tuber Chat, but incredibly supportive in our channel as well. Homesteading on a budget is what they want to bring us more than anything else. Shorts on their channel. We looked at this channel earlier, so that's okay. We've got them into 2,600 and 3,000 views. I was sure of it, but I waited until I saw the thumbnail. This is what I recognize, especially on most channels, as the shorts, because I always look at the popular tab. So we see the most popular shorts. They don't move as much as the videos tab on most channels, because people are posting new content, and you know, every month the front page can start to look different, so forgive that silliness. Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now. We'll talk about their channel in a second. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up, or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And thank you again, Cruising on the High Seas and Travel. Yes, they're here with us. Carnival Cruise Addicts is also dropping a super chat, so thank you for that extra generous support. For that reason, we're going to put their channel up on the screen next, and we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. We always put super chatters on the screen right away. Pardon me for a second there. Feathered Friends Homestead, I hope I said hello to you earlier. I know you've been here for a while. I don't mean to miss anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. I hope I said hello to Jesse Miller Unboxings and More as well. I think I did, because I saw you mention, I mentioned the prizes are all behind me from our 700th giveaway there. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is a recipient because one generous creator actually passed their prize along, too, actually, because Scratch and Pete PA did. So his prize will be moving its way forward, and then I'll leave that as a surprise. Mary Catherine Loves Cats is fairly new to Tuber Chat, but she was sent here by Jesse Miller Unboxings and More. So offered to have her prize sent over to Jesse Miller. And then, yeah, forgive me, I don't know what it is today. I've just had a full day and a full plate. I don't know if you can see my eyes are starting to burn, I think. I will get some very good sleep tonight. I don't have anything that I have to worry about in the morning. And then I've actually got an exciting meetup tomorrow evening when I'm going to get together with Just Jason, Keto, and More, and Rambling with the Brooms and Brampton Gardner, and hopefully Kristen Welton as well. So Marketplace Boutique is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator who brings a one-of-a-kind channel to Tuber Chat. We've had a couple people teach us about buying and selling baskets. Some of you will remember our baskets resale. They show us a little bit of this content, but Marketplace Boutique talks about e-commerce specifically. They've been doing this since 1998. The magic comes in the idea of finding the right things to buy, hopefully low, sell, hopefully high, make a profit while giving somebody a good deal. And one of the things I've noticed on the channel is she will find collections of different things to break apart and sell separately. And this is where some of that profit comes, which is great. Different streams of income could be something that we're after. Marketplace Boutique is well over 800 subscribers and growing rapidly. I believe the biggest reason is because they're so unbelievably supportive to other creators. Yeah, Kathy Payne, it'll be a restaurant in Toronto. I'm not 100% sure yet until we get there. And then Marketplace Boutique as well has got some shorts here. These have gotten into 8,000, 12,000, 19,000. Like most creators, they're bringing pure variety over here, but finding success already. And they've started live streaming. There's Backyard Trucker with them as well. We see that they've just done one today. I didn't realize that, actually. This might be a different kind of live stream for them. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was. And hopefully everybody will connect with them and put that notification bell on like we do for every channel. Carnival Cruise Addicts is coming up now because they dropped a super chat. So thank you for that extra generous support. And we'll see what they got going on their channel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm going to add a name to the wheel. Creative Beauty Butterfly is coming up. She's been incredibly active in engaging in our engaging in our chats, if that makes sense. And then hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Carnival Cruise Addicts is up here right now with 922 subscribers, officially on the road to 1K. They've got a video in their featured position here. I'm going to add that into my catch-up list right now. That's that playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. And they let us know that they are going to share our adventures on Carnival Cruise Lines. I was lucky enough, again, I won't get into story time, but I was lucky enough to work on a cruise ship once a million years ago. It was called the MV Zenith on Celebrity Cruises. But it's known in the cruise industry, or was back then, which is forever ago, but they said Carnival is where the party's at. So, Carnival Cruise Addicts can let us know if that's the case, but it seems like it. I'm just going to grab their room service review. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list as well. And I'm curious to see more of what they've got here talking about Carnival Cruise Lines, because based on my own experience, hopefully I'll make it back onto a cruise ship at some point. There's a few that creators put together, like Rambling with the Brooms and Mike and Rihanna's Adventures are working on that kind of stuff as well. But eventually, I hope to do much more cruising, like especially years from now, let's say in my retirement and everything else. But if I was to recommend to anybody to go on a cruise, or if I was to aim for one, I would be aiming at Carnival, because I know that the reputation lasts literally for years and years and years. So let's see what they've got going on here. 3,700, 6,500, 10,000. On a couple of these shorts, which is great, and then live streams as well. This is cool. They did a match game on a, is that on a, what are they doing here? Oh, this is interesting. There's controversial cruising. I'll have to see one of these. I'll have to hopefully catch you for one of these live streams. They just did that, actually. An hour ago, I think it says. Yeah. Hopefully I'll catch you for one of those. I got the notification bell on for every single channel, of course. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. But I'm looking forward to seeing more of your content as well, because like I said, the reputation of Carnival has is something I've always had on my mind. And let's spin the wheel. And then, yeah, cruising is something that I would recommend to anybody. I haven't been many places in my life, but I have both been to a all-inclusive resort. I'm always working. I was either I went to Mexico, I was working there. That's a true story. When I was a DJ, we went there for a week and played at like a different nightclub or bar every day. And then when I was working on the cruise ship, I worked every night for 4 months, not one night off, 9 to 6, plus doing other cruise staff related duties, if you can imagine. And, oh, is this just silliness? Yeah. enough. Creative Beauty Butterfly is with us just about every day, and they're working on 500 subscribers. This is a creator I've caught live a couple of times, and they are bringing a lot of get ready with me type videos like this here. I've caught them for that. I actually caught them for that one. But also, they have got a few other things here. I haven't caught you for a cooking live stream, I don't think. Let me have a look at what I just caught you for not too long ago. Makeup motivation, yes. Oh, this was a different one, but this was, yeah, still get ready with me. Oh, I did catch you for a cooking one. I might have been lurking. I remember this, actually. I remember that one. I was just curious about that because I remember Anne-Marie Love XX is somebody that does a lot of cooking, and Creative Beauty Butterfly, I know they're connected together. So it's interesting to see creators with similar content. And then shorts on this channel as well. Creative Beauty Butterfly's gotten into 6,600, 9,200 and beyond, and like most creators, bringing a lot of variety into their shorts videos. But like I said, they're here with us just about every day. And another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And, yeah, lurkers. I'm always working and lurking, almost always. Scratch and PPA is coming up next. Let's take another break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come right back and look at one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now 7 years on YouTube. right, we're back and looking at one of the most supportive creators that I have met in my now 7 years on YouTube. Superchat as a channel is just about 4. We've got an anniversary coming up in another 2 weeks, I believe, is when I'll do it. I had promised when I started Superchat that I would start streaming by the end of April of that year. So I literally did a stream on April 30th and called it episode 0 so that I could buy myself another week before we started. But the beginning of May is officially the 4-year anniversary of Superchat, so we'll pick our day soon enough. Scratch and PPA has been here for almost all 700 episodes of Superchat, if you can imagine, far beyond 650 of them. And Scratch and PPA is now well over 2,000 subscribers. He is known by everyone here as one of the most supportive creators that I have met, and they have probably met as well. I think everybody is basically unanimous in their thoughts that he is among their very top supporters. He literally seems to be everywhere all the time, and is the reason I now use those words to describe him and other creators. What he brings on his channel is called the Scratch Challenge series of videos. Lottery ticket scratching is a much bigger genre or category than I would have imagined, and I've known PA since long before he started creating content. But he must have contemplated what he was going to do before he did it, and then brought us a special twist on lottery ticket scratching, where he pits 2 lottery tickets against each other, and then lets us vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique, and a lot of fun to be a part of. You can see that he has got presentation on the forefront of his mind. His bright, bold avatar is matched by his thumbnails, which include content and a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series. His banner is updated every week, if you can believe that, and his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 3.5 years ago. He literally supports every single thing on every channel that I touch. And I have no choice but to shake my head and thank God every day and wonder how somebody could be so blessed to be supported in the way that he supports me personally. But he cares very much about those of us in the Superchat family, as well as his own community. And he expanded the content on his channel this year. He took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts to give us a look at the different areas he visited, and some Italian lottery tickets that we might not have otherwise seen, and then his very first live stream, and he's let us know that we can expect another pop-up live stream at some point in the future. He premieres his videos every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern, and if you can catch us for one of those premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Superchat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He literally rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, VS Speaks Royally, and a few others. It is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. So I hope everybody will connect with Scratch and PPAs, another fellow Canadian as well. And Chef Mama Bliss, let's see what they've got going on. I'm going to put them on the wheel. Tales Told in the Dark is Cassie from Oracles and Beyond, another friend of over 3 years who's been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Tales Told in the Dark comes to us with an incredibly pleasing voice, reading different stories, talking about ASMR-ish type videos, mythology, mythical creatures, cryptids, scary stories, history, and more. And this is a longtime dear friend. Cassie has an incredibly pleasing voice, and I'm sure you'll agree once you get there. Working on 1,800 subscribers, and this creator is posting frequently, so about once a week. I've got the latest video now to put into my catch-up list from yesterday, and they've got some shorts on their channel as well. These bring pure variety like most creators do, getting into 4,600, 5,200 views and beyond, and then live streams as well are here, where we do some, or they do some oracle readings, which can give you some insight as to what's been going on in your life, what might be happening now, and what might be to come. Virtual Chicagoland stuffed pizza. I wish, you know, a million times I've looked it up online and I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but I've been lucky enough to have been to Chicago a couple of times. When I first went there, I was just by myself, working as a DJ, like I said earlier, and I was at the Hilton downtown. I don't know if it's still the Hilton now, but it was a monstrous hotel. They were incredibly accommodating, but they had a concierge downstairs. And I asked them, where can I get something to eat? You know, I want to try Chicago deep dish pizza, if I could find some. And I never remember what the name of the place was. Somebody here might know. But I just got a small pizza for myself, 6 slices, and I swear that thing lasted 3 meals. I ate that before work, after work, and I believe I had it for breakfast, because for me, you know, day-old pizza is like a breakfast of champions, let's just say. I would like to think lasagna is my favorite food in the world, but I've had a lot more pizza than I've had lasagna. I know I make that joke all the time, but it's absolutely true. Thank you, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. And then, yeah, thank you, Creative Beauty Butterfly. My eyes are literally they're shrinking as the stream goes on here. It's later than we usually do, especially for a Friday night for me. And then the Stock Explorer is back in the house. I got to get them onto the wheel. We didn't look at their channel yet, right? Not today, the Stock Explorer. I cleared the wheel earlier, of course. Phase Yoda King, Naruto Luffy, Goku is on the screen. There's a creator who brings a lot of animation. Lately, they've been doing a lot of video gameplay as well. When we look at their videos, we see most of the animations. I'm going to put one of them in my catch-up list. They're quite short, but that's okay. Every minute matters, right? And then when we get into shorts videos, we see that they've gotten into 10,000, 11,000, and 13,000. And then live streams on the channel as well. Lots and lots of video gameplay here, and they're mixing these up a little bit. That was a 7-hour stream, which is great to see. Phase Yoda King, Naruto, Luffy, Goku's changed their name a couple of times, but they've been an incredibly supportive creator for a long, long time. Stock Explorer was live earlier. Yeah, lasagna is my favorite, but I would like to say is my favorite. Oh, look at this, the Stock Explorer coming up right away too. And then, yeah, Chef Mama Bliss, absolutely. Yeah, pizza's too much, man. When I was a DJ, this is a true story. So I was born, raised, grew up in Toronto. I continue to work there, and I'm there a lot of the time. But I live in Niagara Falls now. And have for 8 years, about 8 years. But the Niagara Falls has always been a part of my life, because when I was a DJ, especially for a couple of years, I was traveling through the northeastern United States, mostly to New England, but anywhere in the Northeast. And I would often stay in Niagara the night before. I had to make a road trip. Going out to Boston is like 9 hours or something from Niagara, right? So I'd get up in the morning. I would literally order an entire extra large pizza, knowing that I would be eating that all day. I would just have it with me in the car. I would drive to Boston and I would have pizza, and it would last basically all day, but there was no need for any other snack, no need for any stops, meals, anything like that. And I'm not kidding. I've done that way more than one time. The Stock I don't heat pizza up after, by the way. Here, InstaView, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And for anybody that's brand new today, hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description. Glorious Platter, good to see you in the house. It's a bit late for this, but let's do another silly poll. Do you reheat your pizza? And we'll just leave yes or no. And what I mean by that is, do you just eat it either cold out of the fridge, or do you put it back in the microwave or something like that? I most often don't reheat it. I don't know whether that's detrimental or not. The Stock Explorer is up on the screen right now. And this is a creator who must be interested in the Tesla earnings that are coming up in another week. I just found that out today. And apparently they're down right now. And I wonder what those earnings are going to say, because while I do not own any Tesla stock at this moment, it might be the time. And I am certainly not an authority. But the Stock Explorer understands that stuff. Prez the Investor is here. I'm not sure if Lisa J. Stocks made it in tonight or not. Now, the Stock Explorer is going to talk stocks and a little bit of crypto. They bring everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics. They do it in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They bring video shorts and live streams. And when you look through their videos, you're often going to find them with product in hand. Now, this creator's done extremely well with shorts. These bring a lot of variety, like most creators, but they've got one that continues to move. So they got a couple here, 2,600, 3,800. Pardon me, and they got one almost at 10,000 views. They're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And when we get to their live streams, we see that they have a lot of friendly conversation, a lot of charts and graphs for us to see at times when they're talking stocks, and then a lot of lottery ticket scratching lately as well. As they've expanded their content, they get into a lot of very exciting scratch battles as well. Nora tries to stream a few times a week. They're a hard worker. They're moving things around all the time. And then, hopefully, everybody will connect with the Stock Explorer and their beloved and dedicated moderator and a member here. Every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. Tropical Buzz is a second channel for Nora where they seek to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they're going to grow themselves in the beautiful state of Florida. So they've got some shorts here as well, and hopefully everybody will help push this second channel towards the 300 subscribers we know that Nora is looking forward to. KDN, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our instructions are always in our video description for how to get the most value out of your time spent here in Tuber Chat, and how to meet lots of new friends and family members for your channel. Cruising on the High Seas Travel is coming up. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is here. There's a channel I'm still getting to know. They've got a video in their featured position here. YouTube gives us a few tools to dress up our front page. Once I watch that video and pull the channel up again, it will disappear into the archives, but we can get to the videos page here. We get an idea of what they've been doing lately, some solo traveler videos as well. And then they bring us a little bit more than cruising, as we can see, a lot more it seems. And then shorts on their channel as well have gotten into 1,800, 2,400 views and beyond. They give some information on their about page as far as what they expect to bring us, including ship tours and other cruising content. And then live streams are something that they do frequently. They've got a couple set up, both for another week from now and another week away. And then they just did one yesterday. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And I'm going to spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. And then Deep Dish Mike. Lots of people do YouTube for lots of different reasons. And I promise you this, it is not easy, but it has become easier over the years. And one of the things we're grateful for, if you can imagine, there was a day that Tuber Chat didn't exist. It's not the first growth stream out there by any means. There were hundreds, if not thousands before. But Tuber Chat's been here for almost 4 years now. Now we have this community of over 5,000 channel owners that are intending on supporting each other over the long term. So you will be able to have a strong and solid foundation for your channel, and that's what we find gives it the, the foundation helps it so that growth is that much more possible, and especially that much more quick when we think about how long it's going to take, if that makes sense. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So I'm going to get some other names onto our wheel in a second here. Let me see what I can do. Prez the Investor is coming up on the wheel right now. We're looking at Precious Gems. This is a creator who brings us graphic animations as well as music in their videos. I'm going to take the latest one, put that in my catch-up list. They're posting just about every single day. As you can see, they're also here with us in just about every stream, for which I'm grateful. And they're growing rapidly. When we look at their shorts videos, we see that these have gotten into 8,000, 9,000, and even 14,000 views, which is great to see. And Precious Gems, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then when we look at the wheel, we're going to spin it again. Prez the Investor has been added. I'll put another channel on there right now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So I added Feathered Friends Homestead onto the wheel right now. And I've got M&T Living and Cooking about to come up. One of the first 2 channels that we know of with Canadian Family Life to be monetized under the newer restrictions of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, even though both those channels had over 1,000 subscribers when they got there, and lots of ways to support them then. Super Chats and memberships when we get there. They're officially on the road to 2,000 subscribers now, and you are going to find a lot of delicious looking content on this channel, as well as a lot of family togetherness. I'm going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put that into my catch-up playlist. That's the playlist I use to keep caught up with creators or get caught up with creators, and playlists can be a great tool for that. When we look at shorts on this channel, we see that they've gotten into 5,000 views on many of them, 6,000, 20,000 on one of them, and 50,000 on another one here. Live streams as well from these creators come up every week or so. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of them soon. And sometimes they're doing StreamYard panels, sometimes they're outdoors. And there's lots more information on their About section as well about the different content we can expect. So I'll spin the wheel one more time, and we will go on one last break for 3.5 minutes. We still got 20 minutes to go here, and we'll see what Feathered Friends Homestead has got coming up in 3.5 minutes. All right, I just added another brand new channel to the wheel. Big Family Expedition is up there. We're looking at Feathered Friends Homestead. That's Kim Chuck and their Chihuahua Peanut. As well as, what did they just say? And their newest addition, Gus, a Pomeranian. I think that was on there last time I saw it. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. And then they're posting frequently. So when we look at homesteading channels, we always see a mix of indoor and outdoor content, cooking, preserving, and a lot of outdoor gardening and property maintenance and things like that as well. What I'm going to do is take their latest video, though. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. And then shorts on the channel as well. Have gotten into 1,500 views on a couple of these. Hopefully everybody will connect with Feathered Friends Homestead. We see that they've crossed their 500 subscribers. They have to be excited about that, but we'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 600 that we know that they're thinking about. So next, we're going to look at a brand new channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then we're looking at Big Family Expedition. So this is a brand new channel right here. Now I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of their latest videos from the eclipse. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I will watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the times and dates so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Prez the Investor is also a brand new channel. I feel like I know this creator already, even though I'm not connected to the channel. I'm going to connect in the same way. But you see Lisa J. Stocks there in a couple of these thumbnails. So these creators must have been simulcasting and investing with Prez. This creator is very forthcoming about their own portfolio, their own recommendations when it comes to investing. I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here. I usually like to grab something longer than 3 minutes when I connect with creators. So I might start with your channel with one of these live stream replays. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up and subscribe and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Chef Mama Bliss is up here. This is a longtime member, somebody who's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember now. I think they must have been with us for a couple of years. You can see by their membership badge that they're one of our longest standing members. 454 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 500 they're thinking about. You get an idea of the different delicious looking content that we're going to find on the channel. The latest video I'm going to put into my catch-up list. I'm really interested to see this. Non-traditional spaghetti with turkey and what else are they saying here? Down home smoked sausage. Interesting. So hopefully everybody will connect with Chef Mama Bliss, CFO of A Pinch of Bliss Catering and Catering Academy. So somebody who can also teach about all the different delicious things they're making on their channel. They've got some shorts that have gotten into 430 views and beyond, and then live streams, something they've experimented with, and hopefully they'll continue those. We've got our notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Carnival Cruise Addicts is coming up. I'm going to put 2 more channels onto the wheel right now. Let's look at Deep Dish Mike as well as Matthew's Bushcraft and our dear friend Cabar Gaming as well. I'll put that channel up. They've been a long-time friend of probably 3 years as well. And I've dropped a link a couple of times for our copyright-free music channel. It's running virtually 24 hours a day, and it's a virtual nightclub. It's got a video game going. Everybody can participate in the chat, and it's all copyright-free music. The same stuff you hear behind Superchat, and everybody can continue connecting over there the same way we do here. Oh, Carnival Cruise Addicts we saw earlier, so let's spin the wheel right away. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. Yes, I might have caught that in a minute, but yes, Deep Dish Mike is coming up. Let's see what they've got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I wonder how many times I do one of those polls in the chat and then I close it off and don't even talk about the results. But thank you, Scratch and PPA, for catching that. Yes, I think it was almost 2/3 of people reheat their pizza. Something like that. Anyway, Wilma 2U1, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I usually don't bother. It's rare for me to reheat pizza. Deep Dish Mike is here, a brand new channel. I'm just going to grab your latest video, put that into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do, because I don't connect to creators or watch videos while I live stream. Not that there's anything wrong with it, I just have never done that in the last 4 years, so I always follow the same procedure. We literally stick to what we've been doing all of this time because we know it works. So after the live stream today, I'll go through your my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I will give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. I'll drop the link again for our raid so everybody can head over to the copyright free music channel anytime you want, and the automatic redirect, the live redirect, will send us over there together. I will leave TuberChat running for an extra 3 minutes so that we can clean up our connections here, and then everybody's free to keep connecting over there. There's a couple of people in there. Of course, Scratch and PPA is always supporting, and then the Stock Explorer and Kathy Payne are already over there. Cabar Gaming is up right now, another friend of probably 3 years. This creator is monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats, memberships when we get there. They bring videos, shorts, and streams, some content of some kind every single day, usually all 3 as a matter of fact, and they've been doing really, really well. They mix up the gameplay between a lot of very popular titles. I'm going to grab their latest video, put that in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 45,062 1,000 views as well, and then live streams on the channel. I've got a notification on for the next one, and they are usually on almost every day. Cabar vlogs and adventures. is tips, tricks, tech, and tutorials from the same creator behind Cabar Gaming. So hopefully everybody will connect with them, push them towards the 1,200 subscribers they've been thinking about. Another incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. The next channel we're going to look at is Matthew's Bushcraft. Plush Rush Inc. Good to see you in the house again. Thanks for coming in. Let's see, actually, pardon me, the shorts on Cabar Vlogs and Gaming for a quick second here. I've gotten into almost 1,000 views, so well over 700, and live streams. Here, they're chasing a lot of watch hours, but we expect them to do a lot more live streaming as well. So last channel we're going to look at for today is another brand new channel. Again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video, put that in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, put your notification bell on as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. And again, we're here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Thank you everybody for the time that you spent. Forgive me for the channels that we did not get to, but we will be back likely on Sunday. I will set that up as soon as I can be sure of a time. We're on a roll now going just about every other day. We'll try to keep that up, but you can always look at the Tuber Chat front page to see when we're coming up next. Bayou Bengal Fantasy Network, you just caught us at the end again, but thanks for coming in. And to our moderators, the Stock Explorer is still here, Scratch and PPA, thank you so much. We all know that Tuber Chat could not be anywhere near what it is today if it wasn't for our beloved and dedicated moderators. Thanks everyone, we'll see you soon, bye-bye.